Hey there, once again, amazing people. Thank you so much for watching part 2 of the 24 lessons that I learned in 2024. In this video, I'm not just giving you things that, came off of ChatGPT. These are things that I really learned that took 365 days to learn. So I would ask you to take this video and simply just value it. Send it to friends. Take notes, go back to it, clip it, post it, repost it. But let's just get the most out of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of the lessons that I learned in 2024. Number 12, preparation can be a form of procrastination. It is important to prepare, but don't allow the anxiety of preparation to leak into procrastination. This lesson came when my pastor gave me the chance for the first time to teach the whole congregation in my church. A full message by myself. I wasn't scared, I was scared. I kept practicing over and over and over, and I simply just said, it's prep. It's okay, I'm just prepping myself. What I didn't know was that I was actually hindering myself from encountering the voice of God in that message. When you do something, when you prep, do it with honest sincerity and do it until you feel comfortable or successful in that arena, but don't allow it to stop you from experiencing the fullness of the thing in which you're doing. That was a lot. Number 13. Yesterday, I was clever and I wanted to change the world. Today, I'm wise, so I'm changing myself. This quote is by Rumi. This quote came across me sometime this year, and I put it in my phone and never left. And it's come in clutch for me so many times this year, humbling me because it's so easy to think that because I'm literally one person out of almost 7 billion people on this planet, that there is nothing that I can do to change this world. But that is beyond measures wrong. On Christmas Eve at my church, we did a candlelight. And we started with one flame, one candle being lit. And shortly after, the whole church was lit. I would guesstimate around 300 to 400 people, candles lit from one candle. That's what happens when we change the world. We start by lighting your own candle, and then you lend your light to another, and then you'll start to notice that the light is being spread from person to person. I noticed this one day as me and some of my friends, we were in Starbucks on a random Sunday afternoon after church. I asked this lady in line in front of me what she would be getting or what she would recommend me to get in Starbucks because I'm not much of a Starbucks drinker. We started to talk, and then my friend chimed in. We were simply just being kind. This lady asked us if we were from out of state because of how nice we were being to her. I watched this lady go from a troubling look on her face to smiling and laughing. Furthermore, when it was her time to order her items at Starbucks, she made the barista smile. Then the barista made her coworker smile. All because of a simple interaction. All because of one candle being lit with kindness. That's what I mean by be a light. So fix your attitude. Be a kind person and see how the world reacts. Number 14. Life and death lies in the tongue. Proverbs 18:21 says, death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruits. What are you speaking? Words of hurt and slander, or words of life and love? These may seem to have little or no impact, but I guarantee you that it does. The way that you speak affects the way you view yourself and others. Think of it this way. Your words can either destroy someone or build them up. So we have a choice. You have a choice. Are you going to be life fulfilling? Are you going to be life filling? Getting to see the fruits of your words to others? Or will you watch your brothers and sisters wither away because of how you're speaking to them? This leads into number 15. Who's speaking into your life? Who are you allowing to speak into your life? Who has a formidable voice in your life? Just like it's important to look at how you're speaking into the lives of others, it's important about how others are speaking into your life. Furthermore, Patrick Bet-David, he posted a YouTube video earlier this year where he had asked these questions. What do you love? What do you fear? And what do you hate? Now, I did this exercise. I sat down at my desk one Saturday morning, and I took 15 to 20 minutes, and I just answered these questions. I wrote down everything that I love, feared, and hate. I took it a step further. Who are the people that I love being around? Now, for me, these would be people who are genuine people. They speak life instead of death. They're fun. Maybe we have similar interests. Then I ask, who do I fear being around? People who have no direction in life. Not that they can't find a direction, but that they don't want to find the direction. Then I ask, who do I hate being around? These are the people who I don't really care to avoid, but they probably have the least impact on my life. They don't have a formidable voice. These people are Debbie Downers. They're negative people. They only see the worst in things. This helped me to gauge what type of people I was prioritizing being around for my own peace and happiness sake. Do that exercise. Who's speaking into your life? Are they speaking life or death? And then use that to gauge whether you need to be around them or not. Allow yourself to dream. Again, allow yourself to dream. Stop being afraid of dreaming. My business failed this year. If we're being honest, I was sad, I was angry, I was hurt, I was even disappointed in myself. But again, I learned more during that season than I probably would have ever have. And if I'm being honest, I probably would have been more angrier if I hadn't taken the risk of even starting the business. So don't be afraid of failing. Take the risk. Grow some guts. Learn and move on. Dream. Number 17. Become someone who you can sit down and have a coffee with. With where you are in your life right now. With where you are. With the person that you have become. Are you someone that you would want to sit down and have a cup of coffee with? As I've been sitting with that question for the past few months, I can honestly answer and say yes. I feel like if I was to sit down with myself for a while and have a cup of coffee, it would be pretty interesting. I feel that I would have a lot of valuable insight and wisdom to give in that conversation. The truth is that I wouldn't want to have a conversation with me from a year ago. He was too sure of himself. He was, that Darion thought he knew everything. Apart from wisdom and insight, I have new and more interest this year. I know more about myself than I did last year. So I would say to you, work to become someone that you want to have a cup of coffee with or tea with or whatever with. Furthermore, how long would that conversation last? How much value would you be able to give past you? What will you even say to past you? To you from 2024, to you from 2023. to you from 2020, going into COVID, what would you say to that person? What regrets might you have? What things would you congratulate that person for? Number 18, wait on the Lord. The word wait has been on my heart for some time now. And for me, the meaning has been to simply sit still. I've started to learn this year what trusting in God and relying on His timing really means. It means sitting in the middle of what seems broken and not knowing how to fix it and just sit there and wait for Him to come and fix it. I view it this way. You're on a crosswalk and you're waiting at the light. You have a glass cart. A bus is approaching. It seems to be going slow. So you begin to creep out because you think you have time and you can make it. But what you didn't see was the car on the side of the bus flying. Meanwhile, the light was saying to stop and wait all along. Are you doing that in your life? Creeping out, trying to fix what's broken and not knowing how. I would suggest to you, simply wait. As I was in the hospital bed twice this year, I didn't know what to do, and I simply had to wait and trust in the Lord. Taste and see and know that He is good. Recount what He has done for me. There's this song that I love, is Fred Astaire. I'm a big retro guy. And he says, if you're worried and cannot sleep, count your blessings instead of sheep. You'll fall asleep counting your blessings. After all, Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11, it says, for I know the plans that I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope in the future. Be still and know that He is God. He knows what He's doing. Wait on the Lord. Number 19, be a gentleman. It's not that hard. Guys, boys, men, it's not that hard. It's actually a sad, incredibly sad and dying factor in this generation. The fact that men won't be gentlemen. The fact that they're either, with all respect, and I don't mean to offend anyone, but the fact that men are either these days, we're too soft or we're too puffed up. Either our ego is too high or way too low. Being a gentleman is not about having it all. It's not about being harsh or even overly masculine. It's simply about living into your masculinity gently. God gave you this gift, so you use it. This means being gentle with people, being kind, being a genuine human being. Man to man, it doesn't hurt to pay a compliment or to hold the door for the people walking behind you, to love people well. It doesn't hurt to be gentle, but it also doesn't hurt to be firm when you have to be firm, to stand up for what you believe in, and to stand up for the underdogs. It won't hurt you. Be a gentleman. Be an upstanding guy. No, being masculine is not toxic. We just have the wrong men representing masculinity. Here's the way I think of it. Here are my final remarks on this topic. Think about how you want your mother being treated. How do you want your mother to be treated? You probably want your mother to have the best of the best, to be with the best of the best. For that to happen, you need to become the best of the best, and that's the way I think of it. Become the best of the best. Be the example. Fathers, how do you want your daughters to be treated? You want them to be with the best of the best, so you become the best of the best. Because I tell you this, if you become the best of the best, then I guarantee you, when your daughters grow up and they go out and they start to find men who will become their husband, they will find the best of the best because of the example that their father set when they were young. Stop buying into this lie that to be a gentleman, you're either toxic or you're soft. I would say that those of us who treat people with respect and humanity, that we are even more masculine than those who don't. Here's number 20. Discover yourself. This year I learned a lot about myself. I tried new things, developed new hobbies, met new people. Most importantly, I tried new foods. Okay? But don't be afraid to step outside of your box and to try new things. For me specifically, I got a chance to do surveying for crew at U of M with my church, and it was 100% outside of my comfort zone. I am comfortable on stages. I am comfortable in crowds of people. I am, however, not comfortable, as I found out, going up to people and asking them if they want to take a survey. So that was something that I did, and it was new this year. Or it was fishing. I went fishing. I went away from home. I tried a lot of new stuff this year. And the only way for us to develop is if we're trying new things, if we're stepping outside of that comfort zone. So I would recommend you try new things. Step outside of your comfort zone. The worst that can happen is either that you like it, love it, don't like it, or hate it. And I want to know what I hate before I make presumptions about it. Number 21. Not everybody is for you. Not everybody is in your corner. Not everybody who's around you, who's in your circle. Not everyone who's in your circle is in your corner. As a matter of fact, it is always the loudest people that's in your ear who are secretly waiting for you to fail. So here's what I did. And I want you to do the same thing. Evaluate the people around you. What are your instincts about them telling you? When you figure out what your instincts are telling you about them, when you figure out what you think about them, are they for me, are they against me, then you begin to limit their access to you. Not limit your access to them, limit their access to you. Hey, we still cool, but I just can't tell you everything. Limit what you tell them. And watch this, because this is going to affect what you can even tell the people who are genuine in your circle, who you believe are genuine in your circle. People talk. So don't be surprised when you tell somebody in your circle something about your life or something about you, and then the person who you didn't want to find out finds out. It's the circle of life. It happens. So that means that you even have to start limiting what you tell people in general. I would say, who are your biggest supporters? Who are the people that's going to get behind you no matter what? Those are people you want to tell things to. Who are the people that will, who you know can hold hot water? They're not going to go and rat you out. Sorry. Number 22, be present. I've learned this year that there are 2 incredible gifts that you can give a person. Number 1, share Jesus with them. Number 2, be present. This year I got to witness to a lot of people. I got to be witnessed to. I got to be involved in a lot of people's lives. And there have been people who have been heavily involved in my life this year. And the biggest theme that I've noticed is just how important it is to be present. This goes for being present in your life, being present just in the moment, being present with others. Just be present. Live in the moment. That's it. See, we are so indulged in the things of unnatural substance that we have forgotten how to be involved or to be indulged, to be inflicted with the things that are natural. See, God made the fields to run through, right? The snow to play in. He made the people to create and craft beautiful music. He made He gave us the capability to dance and sing. He gave us the gift to be around the people who we love and hold very dearly. He gave us the ability and the gift to watch the sunrise and sunsets. I really believe that God paints a new sky for us every single day. He gave us the gift of slow mornings. This list can go on and on forever. Be present in those things, because I'll tell you this, that the moment that I experienced the rawest form of true joy wasn't on my cell phone. It was out in God's creation with God's creation. Number 23, build lasting habits. This year I read Atomic Habits by James Clear, and obviously that makes me into an expert on habit building. Just playing. JK. I learned how important it is to build habits, and I've been practicing formulating good habits. As I've been doing this, I've seen my discipline and willingness to do things that I hate to do. I've seen my willingness to do the things that I hate grow because I have direction as to where I'm going. I recommend reading the book. It's an amazing book. And it will guide you on how to build productive habits that lead to life change. And it'll even teach you to drop some bad habits. So if you want to read that book, the book is linked below. I think that it will be a very important read. If you haven't gotten to read it yet, it'll be an important read for you in 2025. Number 24. How do you want to be remembered? This year, I've been close to death a few times. And it's really caused me to consternate about how I will be remembered when I go on to dance with my everlasting Father. As I've been thinking about how I'll be remembered, I think, like, being honest, this is how I think I'll be remembered. I think I'll be remembered as someone who first and foremost knew the Lord and not knew of the Lord. I actually know him. Someone who was never afraid to share Jesus with others. Someone who showed how Jesus changed his life through his actions. The type of guy that was gentle with others but firm when he really saw fit. Someone who could make you laugh but then turn around and make you cry with tears of joy, or make you think really deeply about a subject. Someone who loved others well. How do you want to be remembered when you pass on to be in glory with the Lord? Pause this video and think about that for a minute. How do you want to be remembered by the people around you? It makes you think about the type of person you are now and the type of person you need to work to be. So, overall, take all of these lessons, mix them up. You can come back and watch all these videos later. You can come back and pause and take notes and do all this different stuff. But just think about the type of person you want to be in 2024. And allow these lessons that it took me a year to learn, allow these lessons to really get at you in 2025. Allow it to begin to shape the person that you become in 2025. How you're remembered in 2025. Do you want to have a coffee with yourself in 2025? If you're not a person that you can sit down and have coffee with now, then why not start working towards becoming that person? Thank you so much for watching. I am Darian G. It's been wonderful just going through the series with you and just being able to give you some nuggets that's been dropped on me over this past year. I can't wait to see what God has for you in 2025, and I'm just in your corner and I'm rooting for you as your brother in Christ. Once again, thank you for watching. I love you, but I know a man who loves you so much more, and his name is Jesus Christ, the Lord and Savior of the universe. Thank you.